Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video. Today we're taking a look at a spawner strategy. Now I know, spawner, yuck. But honestly, guys, this strategy is a ton of fun. I got the idea from a clan member who is rocking a different version of this deck, and he's doing very well with it. I made a couple of changes based on my personal playstyle. Now, if you guys don't have the Lumberjack, I would suggest using the Mega Minion, or maybe even the Miner if you happen to have it. But enough talking there, let's go ahead and do some live battles with this deck. So here we are, guys. Now the first thing I do want to say about this spawner strategy is expect the games to take a long time. Particularly in tournaments where you have that 3-minute overtime is where these strategies are best. But we're going to go ahead and let the Barbarians as well as the Barbarian hut just tank that Hog Rider. There we go. Because with these buildings, the spawners are elixir efficient in terms of the amount of elixir you spend versus how many Barbarians come out of them. And you basically just build up a small advantage over time, and then later on in the battle, like 3 minutes into overtime, you just overwhelm them with so many troops coming out. Now he's going to go ahead and fireball that as well as the tower, which I'm completely okay with. Just going to try and just cycle here some cards. Let's go ahead and split up some archers. Now one thing that's kind of debatable with the strategy that I like to do is I like to do split lane pressure. Use one building on one side, one on the other side, and force pressure on both lanes. And either they'll answer one lane and they'll have some fire spirits like doing damage on the other lane, or they'll try and drop something in the middle to do work. But he disconnected. We're gonna just keep playing it. Maybe he'll come back in a second here. I'm not gonna do an immediate push just because he disconnected, but kind of a weird disconnect there. He sent the Goblin barrel, but then disconnected after that. So we'll give him a second here. I'm not gonna do anything, and just see if he comes back. And if he doesn't, we might as well just end the battle here quickly and then go on to the next one. But like I said, with this strategy, let's just end it. With this strategy, you want to build up a small advantage over time and then eventually overwhelm your opponent. And that's why I have the Lumberjack as well as the Ice Golem in here, is when you start having like a bunch of buildings pumping out troops, you can go ahead and use the Ice Golem on one lane to tank and then the Lumberjack on the other lane. And once the Lumberjack dies, he'll rage up all the troops behind him. So that's kind of why I built this deck. I also have the archers in there. The guy that I copied the deck from, he used to have the musketeer in there. But with so many people using lightning spell, I figured it was better to use the archers. But that's the end of that battle. Let's go ahead and start up another one. So here we go with the next battle, facing off against Vlad. Hit him up with good luck there. Now, ideally, you want to start off with one of your buildings in your starting hand. I like to start out with the Barbarian hut, just because it's the most expensive. So he's going to go ahead and use the Giant. He's probably using Giant Lightning. My strategy against Lightning with the spawner deck is to switch up which lanes you're using your buildings on, and that way they're forced to alternate which towers they hit with Lightning. And then over time, the Lightning damage doesn't add up to be enough. But let's go ahead. The Fire Spirit should hopefully take out all of those guys. Wow. And everything targets the Giant, unfortunately, so let's go ahead and just zap this, take out that minion, and then just do a Goblin hut on this side right here. And that way we have Furnace pressure on the left, Spear Goblin pressure on the right. One of those towers will be chipped away over time. So let's see here. Maybe he's using a Sparky. If I had to guess, guys, I'd say he might be using a Sparky deck because he has the Wizard and the Minion Horde, which are all popular with Sparky decks. Let's go ahead and use a Furnace to pull this guy over even more. There we go. And then we're going to use an Ice Golem just to tank those Spear Goblins. And like I said before, sometimes it takes a bit of time before you get things set up with this strategy, because you basically get a bit of an elixir advantage over time. But as you can see, Fire Spirit's going in on both lanes, doing a bit of chip damage, and basically just adding up over time. Let's go ahead and use the Barbarian hut here, even though he's probably going to fireball both of those buildings, if I had to guess. That's what I would do at least. But he's got, let's go ahead and use, I was wrong about the Sparky. He's using the 3 Musketeers, which is why the Minion Horde is in there for the fireball bait. But the Wizard just kind of, that's value right there, buddy. Let's go ahead and use archers right here. I missed 2 of those minions. They're going to do work to my Barbarian hut. That's kind of the downside, is if you take a couple of nonsense hits like that on your hut, you lose that advantage you've been setting up over time, and it kind of resets it back to 0, and you have to start off from square 1 again. But that was my mistake for missing a couple of those minions with that Zap spell. I shouldn't have done that. But as you can see, over time, both of those towers are getting pretty low. I'm going to go ahead and use a Goblin Hut right here. And we'll zap those Spear Goblins just to get the one Barbarian up there, doing a bit of work. Then what I want to do is I want to save my Fireball for that, for the 3 Musketeers, sorry. And we'll have the Archers taking out. The Ice Golem is so strong against Minion Horde, guys. Like, so dirty. We'll use another Barbarian Hut right here. Look at that Lumberjack just go in there. Zap all these guys. The Lumberjack's going to finish the tower off for me, guys. We'll just Ice Golem right here to tank, but it's already over. 1 crown victory. Both of my towers pretty much untouched. Let's go ahead to another battle here. So here we go. And let's see who we have for our starting hand. All 3 buildings. So we have our choice as to which one we want to use. Like I said before, I like to use the Barbarian Hut first. There we go, in the middle. Another Giant, pretty much like the last battle. But is he using a 3 Musketeer again, or is he using the Lightning deck, or is he using Sparky? Time will tell, guys. Time will tell. So the Mega Minion to me says you might be using that Lightning deck, sorry. Let's go ahead and do this. And the Archers. This is why I don't have the Lightning or the Musketeer anymore. If he has the Lightning spell, it just destroys that Musketeer. Barbarian Hut should tank for that Giant for a bit. And then set up a bit of a counter push. But it's not going to do much because of that Valkyrie there. And he's going to come in pretty aggressively with another Giant. Let's go ahead and do this. And I want to use this Ice Golem right here to distract that Valkyrie, as well as the Mega Minion. And hopefully give the Lumberjack time to go in there and take out that Valkyrie. Fire Spirit should do work to that Mega Minion. And if we can prevent damage here, that'd be good. There we go. Not too bad, guys. And as you can see over time, on the right-hand side there, those Spear Goblins are chipping away. I'm going to go ahead and use the Barbarian Hut more so to the right-hand side, just to assist with the Spear Goblins. I feel like the Barbarians and Spear Goblins synergize better than the Furnace with the Spear Goblins, or with the Barbarian and the Furnace. So we'll have the Furnace on the left, just putting on some steady pressure in the left-hand lane. And then we'll have some troops on the right flooding out. And let's just see here. I don't want to play anything yet. Where's that Mega Minion coming at? Let's go ahead and Lumberjack right here. There we go. I want the Lumberjack to go in there and take out the Mega Minion before it retargets. But it's not going to be enough. There we go. Actually, not doing too bad. As you can see, his tower on the left there sitting at 1700 health almost. Just because of that steady pressure. Let's go ahead and use this right here. You don't want to place it on a building until you feel like you have enough elixir to defend. And given that he's using a Giant deck, I know that he can't do like a super fast offense. If he was using like a Hog Rider or a Miner, then you have to be prepared for that. But let's go ahead and use an Ice Golem to distract with some Archers on this side. And as you can see, he's forced to defend both lanes with the Mega Minion and the Valkyrie on the right, as well as the Giant on the left-hand side. Starting to set up some strong pressure here, guys. Let's go ahead and Barbarian Hut right here. There we go. And we're just going to keep flooding out troops on one of these sides here. And eventually he should buckle if we play this properly. And let's see here. Let's start an Ice Golem right here just to kind of tank for whatever comes out. We'll split some Archers. Then we'll use a Spear Goblin Hut right here to distract that Giant if we have to. He is going to get value for that Fireball though, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm not too concerned about it at all. Here we go. Take out that Giant. Set up a counter push with that. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and use an Ice Golem right here with a Lumberjack as well. Start to put on some pressure. Archers as well. He just Fireball. He might be low on elixir here. Let's zap this. Take out that Mini P.E.K.K.A. There we go. Rage Spell, raging out the Archers as well in the back. This is what I mean, guys, about slowly building up that advantage and then overwhelming your opponent later on in the battle. Let's go ahead and do another battle here, though. So here we are with the final battle of the video, facing off against Hero. Let's see here. Go ahead and use the Spear Goblin Hut up here. Actually, let's use it back here to start out. We have enough elixir to defend the opposite lane if we have to. And his Princess will be a problem for us. I can already tell you that, guys, that. the princess will be a bit of a problem for us. Barbarian hut should distract that giant. Please tell the barbarians to go to the giant, please. Thank you. Then we're going to go ahead and archers right here with the ice golem to distract everything. And hopefully this... I'm not too sure what that tornado is supposed to do there. Please, archers, take out the princess. No, don't. Okay. Okay. The princess is a pretty strong counter, guys, to this deck. I will be honest with you about that. But let's go ahead and lumberjack right here. And that should take out the... Then we're going to kind of fireball this. I don't want to get any chip damage done by those princesses on my tower. The fireball, I'm going to have to choose between fireballing those princesses or saving it for the mega minion. But let's go ahead and barbarian hut right here. Now that I know he's using a giant deck, I feel like he can't do an immediate counter push. If they're doing like a miner or a hog rider deck, then you want to wait till you have 10 elixir before you do like a barbarian hut drop. Otherwise, they're probably going to do an immediate counter push in the opposite lane and you won't have elixir to defend. But with that giant being so slow, I feel like we do have time to defend it. But let's see here. We'll Spear Goblin Hut right here. Archers right here to take care of that Mega Minion. There we go. I want to try and save some health on my Barbarian Hut. He's going to Fireball in the back there and miss the Barb Hut. Let's go ahead and use a Lumberjack right here. I feel like we definitely need to do that. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. And then hopefully the Ice Golem can distract that Miner long enough. There we go. Do it in the Barbarian Hut right here. Nice tornado drop there, though, guys. Wow. Let's go ahead and do another Spear Goblin drop right here. And we're going to Fireball both these princesses here. Boom. And they should take out that... yes, there we go. Now, he missed one of those Spear Goblin Huts with that Fireball. I'm definitely okay with that, guys. Let's go ahead and split up some archers in a second here. There we go. And I always want to use this Barbarian Hut in front just because it has the most health out of all those. Spear Goblins right here. And he's going to chip me out over time, though, guys. That's one of the downsides is chipping out over time. Hopefully that Lumberjack can kill that Princess. I'll be happy if it does. There we go. Let's go ahead and Furnace right here. Archers right here. There we go. That Giant should die pretty quickly, guys. There we go. Look on the right, though. Look how much health that tower's at on the right. And I've forced him to use... a Fireball just to take out my support troops. Nice, really nice tornado right there on the right-hand side. Stalling everything, preventing me from getting to the tower. Let's go ahead and Fireball that Princess as well as the tower. There we go. We're gonna try and spread everything out here, guys. Archers in the back to not be Fireball bait. I don't want him getting too much value for a Fireball. So as you can see, he was forced to Fireball just the archers and not the tower as well. But we are slowly setting up something here on the right-hand side. That's the side I want to be focusing on. But with this deck, all it really takes is a quick second to turn the tides of the battle. All it really takes is a quick second for sure. There we go. And let's just... no, I don't want to Fireball that yet. Split some archers back here. There we go. Take out that, and then we're going to do a really fast push here, guys. Can we Fireball that Princess as well as the tower? No, we cannot. He's going to Fireball, though, as well. Lumberjack not getting a hit off, though. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. And there we go. Use a Furnace right here. Look at that tower, though, over time, on the left-hand side, just getting chipped away. Like, we are slowly just building up something here, guys. Yes, we are. Let's Fireball this Princess in the back there. There we go. Another Spear Goblin Hut this side right here. Barbarians on the left there. Zap this. That's going to be GG right there, guys. Wow. Overtime just destroying him with all those buildings. Wow, guys. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more Clash Royale content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you in the next video.